And any other things to cover? This is officially the recap.
Did we already cover for Mandy that we found a redhead, but it's not the right redhead? It's just some rich dork who's like, oh yeah, I'm a son of a lord or
Never-ending
whatever.
story, dude. Yeah, I got it.
Never ending. Yeah, that's him.
Son of old politician
Mask.
who was thought to have shorted the city money or some shit.
Embezzlement.
And so all the gangs are after the money, so they're thinking he knows shit about it, which he says he doesn't.
Yeah, and right now you guys went through the sewers, led by a Kenku. I don't think he was given a name. And even
Bill.
if he had one, he wouldn't be able to tell you it.
Yep.
Banku Kenku.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kinkus generally just given it names.
Yeah. So, you guys are at the spot with the geyser, the shoddily drawn geyser map, because I didn't realize that
Efficiency.
I didn't realize this was an encounter until I looked at the bottom. It's like one paragraph at the bottom of the fucking page before you get to the next bit.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh shit, there's a geyser thing. Okay, let me just draw this out real quick.
Listen, it's all good. Because you know what? We didn't know it was an encounter either.
And we didn't need it for very long, so...
Yeah, you guys fucking one-shotted that thing. It was cool. Alright, so you guys are here. The geyser just died from a mixture of, I think it was Farah 13, Rose, and Leto? Everyone threw one thing at it, and it died. It got hit with all of the things at once, and it couldn't handle it and exploded. So, yeah, the geyser falls to the ground, much like a slowly deflating balloon. Yep.
Good.
And the three-way intersection that it was patrolling is now empty. You see, you guys are all standing in about 2 to 3 inches of sewage as you guys are trekking through the tunnels.
I am on Farah's back. I remember that.
Pharaoh's like, I started with I guess Pharaoh's just fucking carrying 13. He's like, no, I'm an independent cat. It's like dirty water, and he's immediately climbing up Pharaoh's back.
Yeah. No, fuck that. I'm not going down there. You can't make me.
I imagine that the sewer cover opened and Pharaoh with a gesture okay, hop on. There she's like, no, I'm an independent cat. I can climb down on my own. Pharaoh goes down first. 13 climbs down as the independent cat. As he gets to the bottom, sees that the ground is 3 inches of just sewage. Immediately hops onto Farah.
Yeah, from the ladder. He's like, no, I don't think I will.
But everyone's shoes are just covered.
Yeah,
it's in the yucky sewage.
The one of the reasons that it's good Pharaoh has big tall boots on.
Because she is sailor. She used to this shit.
She knows what wet feet is like. She knows it's uncomfortable. She has shoes to help prevent that as much as possible.
She's got some nice leather shoes that were sealed with paraffin wax. Why did I say paraffin specifically? I don't fucking know.
I don't even know what that is. Is that a peregrine?
Oh my god.
No, it's I'm not getting into that. Anyway. So you guys are at a 3-way intersection, and in the center of the circle, right here, there is a ladder that goes straight up, and it looks like it has a circular metal cover at the top. And you see on the leftmost pathway has the same yellow guild sign that the Kenku has been showing and pointing out and leading you all down.
We grab, put both of my paws on the top of Feyre's eyebrows and turn her eyebrows so that they're facing towards the ladder and be like, go there.
SWAT paws away. She's like walking. And she notices that symbol and just kind of looks towards the Kinku. You know which way you're supposed to be going now? Because it seems like there's a couple of options and they all seem interested.
The Kenku points to this way. Points to the sign.
Feyre will nod and kind of look up the ladder. Does it look like it's just going to like a manhole cover?
No, not really. Not the kind that you like see on the street.
Turn and look back to the others. Well, I got to say in this way.
Well, hold on. There we go. Nope. I need to be right there. There we go. 13. So 13 could scout ahead if there's something he can find purchase on.
Down the pathway, or what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
is there like piping along the walls that he can walk on? Or not really? Because if we're supposed to go this way, then 13 is like, okay, well, we'll go this way. But he, like, if there's any sort of way he could scout ahead without touching goop, then it might be worth having him scout ahead.
There is a pipe. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? Oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally hit Iris's message by accident. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there's like one pipe that's like rickety against the wall, and you can have him try and climb that. And as for Iris, any marks on the ladder? Nope, no marks on it. It just seems like a ladder. It seems about as marked up as the rest of this place is, but there's no obvious tracks on it.
Does it look like it's been like not used very much, or does it look like it's a ladder that's fairly trafficked?
You want me to check up the ladder?
I don't think it won't be strong enough to open that door up there.
How heavy's the door look?
Like a door.
I thought it was a big metal door.
It's a circular metal cover, but it's not too heavy. Essentially, it's like just a circular opening.
Like a manhole cover.
It's like a manhole, but not exactly. It's like a mixture of like a manhole and like a trapdoor.
Yeah. I mean, 13 looks at it and just goes, well, so you want to scatter it out or not? Maybe there's someone on the other side. Maybe it can knock and maybe they'll come through.
And we're still relatively certain the Kinku is just like telling the truth because he wants to live, right? He's still giving those vibes.
It gives the vibes. You can roll insight again if you want.
I remember trusting him because he, at this point, was far less had given up hope on surviving were he to try and betray us.
Widow.
Yeah. Yeah, same vibes. Misses for survival. And Leto with the fucking 27? God damn. Okay.
That's all the things.
Yeah. Do not lie to me, Wolf. Alright. You guys just pick up the same vibes. But Leto, you feel like, okay, you know when there's someone who is like willing to die for the cause, is dedicated to a belief in a group? Yeah, not this guy. He's not that dedicated.
He was here for the paycheck, not the ethics.
Yeah, 100%. He's like, this isn't fucking worth it.
Homie does not feel the magic.
He does not. He was here to get money to live his life, to fund his life and survive. Nah, he is currently thinking, okay, if I live through this, I need to find a job. Maybe I can give tours.
Respect.
Yeah, be that tour guide we were talking.
Yeah. He's like, if I can live through this, I think the touring guild is hiring. But yeah, also earlier question I think Z had was if it looked recently trafficked. Not really. This door doesn't. The ladder does not seem regularly used, but it's not like rare to use it. It just hasn't been used recently.
Okay. So, seeing that, Farah would lose interest and just start heading down the path that the Kinku is leading them down.
Okay. Is everyone following the path?
I am, by necessity, following Farah.
I mean, I'm
Traps?
watching this dude. I don't even know why he's down here. Should have stayed in the carriage, dude.
He felt responsible because the only reason they took the elf, he thinks, is because the elf looks like him. So he is trying to be decent person.
You decent with a weapon? Because
He does have a weapon. He took some weapons
Okay.
from the warehouse. So he is kitted up. We don't know how capable he necessarily is,
gotcha.
but he is kitted up.
Rainier?
Yes.
Yeah, he grabbed a rapier and a dagger from the. While you guys were interrogating the Kenku, he was opening up boxes. He was kidding himself out.
While you were studying the blade.
He was gathering a
I was
blade.
grabbing the blades. Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys are all following the path, correct?
Yeah.
Or is anyone going to try the ladder?
No.
Okie doke. Alright. Big oofs.
Just fucking insane magic items up there.
Oh, too late now. Okay. Alright. So as you guys are walking down a hallway, I'd like to... Alright, so 1 second. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. As you guys are walking down the path that the Kenko is leading you, he points out a couple of tripwires. It looked like it was holding a couple of like daggers, but before you guys get to it, he like holds up a hand, points it out, and in a 13 voice, like, trap.
Ah.
You guys are able to easily avoid it or disarm it. Do you have a preference? Would you like to disarm the trap or just avoid it?
I say disarm in case we have to come back this way in a rush.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys can easily just disarm all the traps. There's not that many, but there's a couple.
Are the traps like... Are they designed to alert everyone or hurt us? Or both?
There
Okay.
are some that are designed to hurt. There are some that are designed to alert.
Good mix of both. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It looks like one of them was. Some of them are like more intricate of this like booby trap of a bunch of like daggers poised to stab someone from two directions if they step in this particular spot. Others are less poised and look like someone tied a rope to a box of what looks like 3 years ago on sale Christmas, like holiday bells, to just clang onto the ground.
Fucking Home Alone.
Yeah. So some are better than others. Some could be called more of a trap than others. Some are just a weird inconvenience. But you guys are able to get through all of them. And the tunnels just slowly get narrower and narrower. You guys were able to walk like two or three next to each other, but the tunnels just slowly got to the point where you have to walk in single file. And I'd like to know the marching order.
Do I have to, for the purposes of marching order, count myself as behind Farah or dismount
Yes.
Farah's back?
I would say that you are behind Farah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna end up being Kinku because he's showing the way and Feyre immediately behind
Mm-hmm.
with 13.
Okay. So we've got Nice, Leto, Rainier. Any particular order? You said be near Lord Dude. Did you want to be in front of or behind Rainier? And also, Mandy, do you want Nice to be... Oh, still phone call?
Yep, still phone call.
Okay. You will be behind... Okay, I will have Nice be behind 13 and in front of Lord Dude, as you guys have called him. So, marching order is Kenku, Feyre, 13, Nice, Rainier, Leto. All good?
Yeah. If you put our tokens down, we could arrange them. Or wait, if you want us, we could put our tokens down and arrange them so that you'd have a visual of the marching order.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh.
She's setting
I'm
it up.
ahead of you.
Oh. I don't like that.
Alright. So after you guys turn a corner, the Kenku like holds up a hand and motions for you to follow slowly. And he points up ahead, and you see that this tunnel expands into a circular hub with roll me perception.
Everyone?
I assume everyone looking forward.
Okay.
Because Kenku guy would tell you of, hey, he can't exactly tell you, but he's motioning for you all to slow down and watch.
"13" like pokes his head over Farah's shoulder.
Okay, Leto? Oh, did we lose an iris? Oh, nope. There we go. Okay. So all of you, everyone but Farah, would see that the Kenku slows down, holds up a hand, points you guys towards the end of the tunnel where it opens up into a circular hub, and a pair of arrow slits carved into its outer walls, directly across from each other. And that is all you can see from where you are.
Please say 13 points that out so that Feyre doesn't walk in and get her head shot.
Yeah, he will do the same thing that he did before with your eyebrows, except instead of grabbing the tops of your eyebrows, he grabs one paw on either side of your temple, or on either side of your head, touching your temples, and very gingerly points your head towards it.
I have revealed the positioning to help.
Okay. I was thinking it was like at the very end of the corridor, and I'm like, oh, that's not going to be fun.
No, it's a little off. It's just you guys
And-
have the chance because you have a tour guide to crane your neck and look and find it.
What is this? Is this just standard sewer?
Plank.
Get this thing right here.
Yeah, just
That
the
is-
standard the sewer bridge.
That is actually. One second. What is that?
What are those?
Okay. I can't exactly. Alright. Executive decision. That is actually a plank of wood that goes above the path. So you would be walking under it.
Oh. How high is the ceiling?
Not high at all. It is
Gotcha.
at most 6-7 feet. You're in the middle of a tunnel. You can see that the central hub area, where you see the arrow slits are, that opens up a little bit more. But where you guys are now, it is like 6-7 feet high.
Is the Kinku continuing forward?
Nope, Kenku has stopped and pointed it out to you guys.
Oh, okay. I thought I was about to ask, like, did he just not see it, or? Okay, then, fucking 13 will top pat the back of your head. You get the impression that he would have tried to swat the back of your head and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But he pats the back of your head, Farah, and he points to the Kenku, and then does a little shooing motion, hurry up, come on, make him go. Just be careful.
And Feyre will lean forward to where she is close to this Kinku, so she doesn't have to speak very loud. They're just gonna shoot as soon as somebody comes out of the hole? They're gonna shoot you?
Kenku looks at you, tilts head, slow nod.
Huh.
Will they shoot anybody?
Shrug, slow nod, shake head, tilt.
Oh, fucking.
Charades again.
I remember.
Is it a trap that can be disarmed? Yes or no?
Shake head,
So it's people.
nod.
Can they see the whole corridor?
He stops.
13.
Sorry.
Yeah, 13 would point from the floor to the ceiling. Can they see the whole vertical slice of the corridor?
You see the Kenku makes a little box with his hands. And he points, holds up the little box in his head, and he there's a motion of a narrow slit that opens up. Nod.
Ah,
Holds up a finger. But puts both of his hands together and then rests his face against it. And then shrugs.
So he might be sleeping, or he is sleeping.
One question at a time.
Oh, you're right. So, for the purposes of asking questions, when 13 asks a question when the one he just did, he'll hold up one finger and say might be sleeping. Hold up a second finger, is sleeping.
Yeah. With a question like that, the Kenku can say might or is. Just
Oh
repeat
yeah.
back. Yeah, so the Kenku said might.
Like, okay, well.
Can cast sleep. The issue is we wouldn't know 100% who's on the other side to know if sleep would even work. Because if it's like guards that change out and there's like human guard one day and elf guard the next day, elves don't go to sleep.
Mm. Technically, it's not suggestion, it's sleep.
I mean, it's definitely on the like one of the plans. Just don't know if it's should be plan A at the moment or if it's like plan B.
13 is smallish. I forget if what your answer was to the question when I asked if there was like a way for him to walk down this pathway for like pipes along a wall or like a ledge or something.
I said you can try.
If I walk down that ledge,
Uh-huh.
am I able to sneak down whatever I would walk on so that the dude behind the shot window wouldn't see me?
I will say that if you want 13 to walk along the pipe, you can certainly do that. However, it will require an acrobatics check. And if you fail, 13 will get wet.
And will likely make a lot of noise.
Probably not too much noise. It's not that much water. It's only like 3 inches. But, so, realistically, 13 is a cat. And landing
He's
on
not doing
4
it.
paws.
I was figuring
Yeah.
more of like the pipe might break and then it makes a noise, not
No.
him landing
yeah, no.
poorly.
Oh, yeah, no. I meant the pipes aren't going to break. It's just a matter of, is he going to slip on them? And
No,
so the
he's not.
only real danger is he would get his paws wet.
Absolutely not going for it. He looks up at the pipe and looks down at the goop and the water and the sewage and just goes, I'm out of ideas.
Well, I
Well,
guess Leto is up with sleeping. Because short of walking up and trying to stick gun into arrow hole, which will only work potentially with one, that's all Feyre's got.
I mean, you guys are like planning. You guys are talking lowly, and there hasn't been a stir. Like, you guys aren't silent having this discussion. You're not that far off, but there has not been a stir, or you guys have not been noticed yet.
and we haven't been sneaking around while we've been here, right? So,
Yeah, but Azee did say that Fair was talking lowly. So I assume that you guys are not yelling. You guys are just talking in a lower voice.
Yeah.
hey, I'm talking here.
Yeah, I'm
Feyre,
fucking talking to you.
like, Feyre's not been, like, 100% sneaky stealthy this entire time, but I imagine for a group of rogues that are in questionable territory, they all instinctively move a little bit quieter and talk a little bit softer than they
Yes.
normally would anyway.
Absolutely. Iris. I would say you'd have to go a little closer to see if you can hear snoring. But yeah, I also assumed you're all rogues. You guys are a little quieter than most groups. Just naturally. When you choose to be.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Okay. Is it just Leto that's going up?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Feyre will, depending on how far up he goes, she will try to stay within reach in case she needs to get to him fast. But she's not rushing up directly behind him.
I will say that Leto will need to be at least here. Like, at least to see if you can hear snoring. And as Leto goes forward, Rainier joins him.
Look at Rainier and just like, hey, what are you doing?
Fucking looks at 13, puts finger to his lips. I'm trying to see what's happening here.
Frustrated cat gesticulating.
Alright.
Don't bother him if he wants to go get himself shot, then he can go get himself shot. It's not our job.
Alright. So, Leto, you going forward? Rainier joining. You say that to him, and he gives you a nod. And his hand on his hip goes to his rapier as he says, "Of course. Now let's see if we can work together and get Foon back home safe and sound." So, Leto, you're stealthing. Oh, Mandy, you're
Says
back.
jump. Yeah, and jumping in front of him because no, you don't.
Okay. he's like ready to follow right behind Leto. You fucking swoop in. Where the fuck did you come from? Both he thinks like, what the fuck? He's just like, oh, okay. Puts up both hands, lets you go first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Feyre is keeping Kinku with her. Because we're not leaving you here. Not yet.
He's like slowly trudging through, trying to be. Kinko's trying his best to be stealthy. He's not nearly as stealthy as the rest of you, even Leto. But he's trying his best, and that's all that matters. We just see like slow step, slip. Nope, slow step. But Leto, as you get closer and everyone quiets down, you hear the sound of 2 sets of snoring. And actually, as you're getting closer, you see this area a little better. Oh, actually, do you go any closer than that? Okay. Then you would just, at that point, boop, 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 boop. Boop. Like, you see that this hub splits off into 2 other paths. And you notice that this circular hub is where you see the arrow slits, and you hear the snoring coming from behind the arrow slits. And you see there is an entrance across the way. Right over here.
Oh.
Past the 2 arrow slits. But you feel that if you try to move any further, you're gonna have to be really careful. AKA, it's gonna be stealth checks.
Man.
Oh, I don't know. Let me double check his handout. See if he's actually less stealthy.
13's gonna pull out a card.
What do you think that's
A
going
what?
to do?
Yeah, you never know. Oh, oh! I have tricks up the sleeve, which gives my guidance a range of 30 feet. So I can guide Rainier, at least.
Mm-hmm. Iris, is this you ideas or is this little ideas? Okay.
Yeah, there's people sleeping behind there, so they're gonna be shooting like normal.
Mm-hmm.
We could try, but I feel like it's gonna take more time and more noise to try and cover them up with anything versus just trying to get by them. I think we need to decide which way we're wanting to go. Is there a symbol beside the doorway across the way?
Yep.
Okay. So we have to get directly across.
You would pretty much get that. I'll put a little star. Oop. This is the entrance to the hideout that was spoken about. And these are the guards for the hideout.
Ooh,
The
I listen to music.
ever vigilant, well paid guards. Oh god,
Gotcha.
you have a dumb idea?
Chess pieces? I'm assuming that's some Leto bullshit.
Like, block the view through the hole.
I mean, the slits are a bit bigger than a chess piece, just a little bit. Because they gotta fit a whole ass arrow, which includes an arrowhead, and like I forgot the other end of an arrow.
A standard arrow slit is usually about 1.5 to 2 feet tall, but just extremely skinny.
Yeah.
It's like about as wide, if not a little bit skinnier than like the opening of a Pringles can side to side, but very tall.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good idea, though. If it was possible, I would have entertained that.
If it was like block a dart coming out that was just going to shoot straight across, definitely.
Yeah, if it was darts, hell yeah.
Does anyone here have magic other than me?
Rose,
Have a tiny bit, not much.
Rose is in Schrodinger's bag.
Yep.
Can you make like some kind of picture? An image, perhaps?
I can suggest people do things and hit them with some poison spray and be friends with animals.
Oh, consarned it.
All I got is some ice. That's it.
Let's see. What do I have in my bag? Burglar's pack. I've got nothing. All I have is guidance and like random materials. I was hoping that I could like make an image of the hallway and put it in front of the arrow slot. But I don't have a way to make silent image or minor illusion.
Yeah. If these guys are already potentially probably snoring or like sleeping because we're hearing the snoring from 2 different like snores, I think we're just gonna have to make our way across.
Get away.
Make a whip. Yeah, I mean, we already hear the snores, so let's just be tiptoey.
Okay.
Guidance.
On whomst?
Whoever's going across, I'm
Um,
assuming.
What?
Yeah, whoever's gonna go across first, and I guess I was gonna say Rainier because he's probably not very sneaky.
You could go last, and you can guidance everyone. They would use it for their roles.
Then I'd have to stand in the goo.
I'm just saying, everyone can say guidance. If you touch them and then they go, then you touch the next one and then they go.
Well, he's got ranged guidance.
Yeah, I have a 30-foot long guidance.
So yeah, you could technically guidance everyone if everyone takes their turn.
Yeah, I will make time to do that. I'll guidance the crew.
Okay. Who's going first?
Leto, because Leto's all the way up there already.
All right. Roll me a stealth check, Leto. Add guidance from 13.
13 waves this card.
Want Nice to go first? Nice to go first. Come on.
Plus a D4.
Hey.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Leto, you feel like a surge of magic from 13. And you wait a second in between snores. And then you just quietly walk through the sewage and chew over here. You make it across safe and sound. Next up, who's going next? Roll me
Good.
stealth. Also, are you guys bringing the Kenku or is he dismissed?
Like, we gotta bring this dork.
I mean, he did get us all the way here. If we're fairly certain that this is, like, the home base, we don't technically need him anymore.
Nice, what the fuck?
Be quiet.
So nice, you also make it across. So you join Leto on the other side. Let me reveal some more of this as you guys are getting through. And Leto, you turn over there and you see another arrow slit, but it's you hear the snoring still. For a second you're like, oh god, and then you hear the snoring, it's like, oh okay, it's the same fucker. Same guy. Still sleeping.
Thumbs up.
Feyre will turn towards the Kinku as this is, like, going on. Just kind of look him up and down. And sigh. And, like, will pull out a dagger and, like, cut what rope remained on his wrists. And, like, before she completely lets him go, like, grab his collars to make sure he's looking at her. Now I'm gonna let you go and you're gonna run off. And you're gonna be quiet. And if you start any shit, you're the first to die. Understood?
Nod. Nod.
I highly suggest you get away from this particular gang. I don't think it's very good for your health.
Nod. Health.
And
I'm a tour guide.
release collar,
Tour guide.
pat side of beak, and spin him around to get him to go back down the way that they came.
You drop him and he stumbles a little bit, almost falls into the fucking sewer water, catches himself on a pipe, and then pulls himself up, gives you a nod, gives you a salute, wave, nope, don't do that. Walks. Doesn't run, almost runs, walks, almost slips, starts walking slower, turns the corner, he's gone.
It's like wiping hands together, turning back towards exit or big circle as to watch Rainier get across
Oh yeah. Rainier. Holy shit. Okay.
with guidance. I'm
Oh
assuming
yeah,
he's-
are you giving
We don't.
Rainier guidance?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to know his total?
Let me guess. 4.
I'm probably super high.
Okay. So you guys see Rainier walk up. You guys see Leto and Nice. They both make it across. Rainier walks up, and you, as you guys just noticed passively that Rainier doesn't seem too bothered by the sewage. He's like, okay, it just is what it is. Uh, and he walks through, and he gets to the other side, no issues at all, and he makes it making no sound at all. If you guys weren't watching him, you wouldn't have realized he crossed because he rolled a 24 total.
Holy shit.
damn.
All right, next up, Feyre.
I rub Feyre's shoulders a little bit with my 2 cat paws.
Feyre is not going to do nearly as good. I can tell you that now.
You're doing great. You got Moxie, kid. Slaps the side of her cheek.
Yup. See? She is not stealth rogue.
Just too distracted by 13 being a constant nuisance.
Guidance, yeah, no, Feyre, you make it. Also, is 13 on Feyre's back?
Yeah,
Is 13
he's-
rolled?
Yes. Should I roll for him?
You know what?
Oh.
Sure. Yeah,
Oh, whoops. Sorry. I did not mean to click
No.
that twice.
all good. You make it with a total of a 20. Yeah, Farah, just the magic you get from 13 helps you as you make your way across and join the others. And 13, you're so like, you're not moving yourself, but you're concentrating on like encouraging Farah, like, yeah, no, you've got this. And it is by some miracle that you encouraging Farah both doesn't distract her or disturb the guards. But neither do. And you all are at the entrance. And you see that there is a arrow slit here, and looks like hallway continues that way. What's the plan, man?
Um, 13 will point to the dry ground and be like, that way.
I mean, Feyre's right on the edge of it. She's just waiting to see what chaos is going to be heard from around the corner. Because she just sees, like, Nice and Leto there, like, backed up for a second. He's just waiting. Because she is no longer at the front. So she has to... They're the decision makers at the moment.
All right, nice. Leto, you said Leto's doing peekaboo? All right, nice. What are you doing?
I'm stuck behind Leto, so I'm not doing anything except being quiet and pulling out whatever weapon I can get through here, just in case. Don't know if there's room to pull out.
You notice that
bow.
it looks like there is a hallway to the south and, sorry, a room to the south and a hallway going northward. The squishy one is frontlining. Yep.
We can
The
change
squishy
positions if we
squishy
need to.
one with the worst stealth in the group.
Yep. Don't worry, Rainier is with them. And Nice is behind Leto, so maybe she can help.
I mean, I don't mind getting in the front, but if you whatever.
I think another peekaboo is about to come.
Peekaboo?
Because Leto has stopped moving.
Alright.
See, your perception probably is better than mine.
All right,
Okay,
Leto, are you
let's
looking
see.
down or up first? You looking down or up first? Down, I assume?
Yeah, clicked down. So
Okay, down. You notice that it seems to be a really messy room downward or to the south. I'll be using cardinal directions. It's just a bunch of like rusty weapons and like that threadbare clothing just littering the fucking floor of this entire area. You look like it looks like there's a couple of piles. It looks like there is a coat pile and a pile for armor, for weapons. Um, None of them are particularly good. It looks like this is the hideout's coat room and sort of armory, but it doesn't really contain anything of value, really. Insight the room, roll insight. That was a joke. I know. In this room, I there wouldn't really be places for them to hide. It is quite literally what you see. It's just clothing scattered on the ground, weapons that are rusty scattered on the ground. There is nothing else in this room other than cobwebs. Because they're not going to dust this place. Okay, peekaboo up. You see that it looks like there are stairs at the end of the hallway, and it looks like there's a room to the right. And as you peek around, you hear the snoring a little louder.
Now that we're on dry ground, 13 is going to hop off of Feyre. He will wave to, I forget your bird's name, but he'll just like give a 2-finger wave to the bird,
Gil.
and then Feyre, you can feel like the clink 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 of his claws, tearing little, like those little knots in your cape.
What was in the room out of arrow way? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, so the arrows, the slits for arrows are here, here, and here.
Ah.
So there is a room for sleeping man here.
Mm-hmm. So you see there's a room there. Are you another peekaboo?
And there would be another one here.
Leto was motioning us to get into the rusty armory room to get out of the way of the arrows. Just in case anybody made noises.
Gotcha, okay.
Feyre is too distracted by trying to detach 13 to keep him from poking more holes in her cape than necessary.
You know what I'm doing. I'm good at this. Stop it.
Grabbing him and shaking him until he retracts the claws.
That's not helping. It's making me panic.
Okay. So yeah, you got everyone out of arrow sight. Is it peekaboo time? Peek. Alright. So, Leto, you get everyone ushered out of the arrow's sight. That's not how you reveal, that's how you hide shit. I don't want to do that.
Darkness.
No, go ahead, show us everything.
And you get a good peek. And the first thing you see is what looks to be a napping goblin clutching a bow and arrow. Almost like someone would a teddy bear. Just laying, snoozing right at the front. You see that he looks like he was positioned to shoot the first thing he saw in the little slit that was facing the hub area, but he dozed off hard. Might as well just reveal all of this. I think. Is that true?
To the DM.
He would technically be considered either unconscious or incapacitated.
I think
Yeah.
one of those is worse than incapacitated.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
Unconscious is automatically considered incapacitated. Can't move, speak, unaware surroundings. Drop whatever's holding, falls prone, automatically fails, strength and dex. Everything has advantage against it. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. So yeah, if you
You're all rogues.
mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
It was at this point she knew.
That's spicy sneak attack damage crit style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that is something that you need to make a ruling on, though, Amy, because I don't think we've gotten that ruling yet of how are you wanting sneak attack to count in regards to crit. Because there are people that say it doesn't. You don't get any extra rolls of your sneak attack. I think we talked to Piper, and Piper was letting Silverus do at minimum half damage total for sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Some do full damage. That's a DM ruling.
I will say that your regular attack is as normal, but if you guys would like it, I'm okay with sneak attack just doing full.
Spicy shit.
Wait.
If you guys want.
When you say full, do you mean max damage?
Yes, but no extra. So you would say you have
Ah.
you use a dagger. You roll the d4 for the dagger. You get a +4 from the max for the dagger, not including your damage modifiers. And then if you have what's your sneak attack now?
3, I think.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you would just do a full 3d6. So it would be 18 on crits for sneak attack.
So
Plus
a crit gives you max of your
Sneak.
crit or sneak attack and max of your weapon's damage die.
Yes,
Mhm.
on
Okay,
top of what you
cool.
roll for the damage die.
And then you just roll to get a little bit of spice on top.
Yeah, so for the dagger thing, you would roll for the dagger plus the max dagger and then just max sneak attack. If you guys are okay with that.
I think that's fine.
I mean, that's giving us like insane amount of damage should we crit. So
Yeah.
I'm
But then
perfectly
I
fine.
think
Now I need to make a crit fishing build.
I think it's more than fair because considering we don't have a lot of other things in the party that would balance us.
Yeah,
Other
y'all don't
way.
got a tank, so I'm fine with you guys doing it
healer.
insane. Yeah, y'all don't got a tank or a healer, so I'm fine with you guys just doing a shit ton of damage 5% of the time.
Yeah, to try and nuke shit.
Mm-hmm. This is a nuking party. Oh, no rolling additional sneak attack die.
Right.
So it's just max sneak attack plus the regular crit rules we've been running for this group.
18 plus whatever you roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's the max on whatever
Yep.
weapon you're using for a crit.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, this was pure damage. Your little special whip still works.
Whip crack with the whippy tail.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, you
This
could
whole
go
group.
You could totally choke out that goblin with your whip. I'm not saying do it, but I'm just saying you could.
Yeah. Y'all
Wow.
are all rogues. If you find someone unconscious, that's a death sentence.
Yes.
One of you can murder absolutely anyone if they're sleeping.
Also, also a good name for a band of rogues. Had we not already picked on Gold Rush?
What name?
Death sentence.
Oh.
Is it a death sentence for us because we have no healer? Maybe.
No.
Is it a death sentence for them because sneak attack? Maybe.
Someone's dying today.
There
Let's
will
roll
be
to
no
find
one who
out.
survives this encounter.
All right.
So what are
All
you
right.
doing, Leto? You are at this front.
Mm-hmm. Already did, Mandy?
She's talking about choking people out. She choked out one of the kinkus with her whip already.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh, I hear some things in the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with how we're running crits, you can just absolutely obliterate whoever is sleeping near you. You just gotta be within 5 feet of them.
It's up to you what you think Leto would do, if you think you would try to knock him out or if you think you would kill him.
Yeah. KO, knockout. Okay. What's this fucker's stat block again? I forgot. Goblin. Not much. Okay.
Oh, that gablan.
So a D4 plus your
You still have to
modifier.
roll to hit, but you have advantage.
And any hit that you do is auto crit.
Yep. As long as you're within 5 feet of them. Which, yeah, you can. So, yeah, you hit him and you knock him out. Well, it was snore. It was like the cartoon snore. Me, 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 me.
Oh my
Leto lets
god.
out a crack of the whip and hits the goblin so hard it's just fucking silent. It's just breathing.
Oh god.
It went from snoring to just breathing. Goblin is knocked the fuck out. Tie up? Alright, yeah, you tie him up. Goblin is hogtied and knocked the fuck out. Cover mouth? Yep. What do you use to cover the mouth? His shirt? Okay.
Does Nice have a bow and arrow? Or a ranged option?
I sure do.
Okay. Pharaoh will take bow and quiver and just put it in Rich Dude's hands. Even if he doesn't want it, he gets it now.
Oh, he'll take it. He'll look at it as like, oh, sure.
Yeah.
Puts it on his back.
Loot the body.
Loot the body.
Was that a laugh at the loot roll?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So you loot the body. You take his. He had a scimitar and a short bow, so you get both. You give Rainier the short bow. You have a scimitar now. And you search his pockets. His pockets are empty, but you find one little like threadbare pouch, and you open it up, and you find one copper piece.
Nice.
Does
I
anybody
don't know what I expected.
want the scimitar or will benefit from having a scimitar?
Benefit? No. Look cool? Yes.
Oh, I'm not even in the stream. What you need?
Because I do not need another weapon because I stocked up on weapons.
I have
I mean,
dagger, short bow, short sword. I'm
you
thinking
could
different.
dual wield a short sword and a scimitar. They're both light weapons.
Unfortunately, I lose a lot of shit with swashbuckler if I am dual wielding. So I will always have to be a one weapon person.
Oh no, that was towards nice.
Oh.
probably would do more than my dual wielding dagger.
Mm-hmm.
It would do 1d6 more.
Okay, you sold me.
Alright, Nice gets the scimitar.
Into inventory.
And I guess Leto gets the single copper piece because he's the one that's actually looting the body.
1 copper piece.
Congratulations.
Who are you gonna flick it to?
Imagine he like flicks it to just like vaguely nice Feyre direction and just 13 cat instincts kick in. Just launches himself after it.
Yeah.
You flick it towards 13.
No, we want cat instincts to kick in.
He immediately 13 like bats it, like slaps the fuck out of it.
Clatters to the floor. A single copper piece.
Looks at the coin, watches to see if it moves.
You killed it.
Good. Don't worry.
Like the little cockroach that runs across the floor in here.
Wait, can we use 13 as the fucking pest control pick 'em up to get the cockroaches on the ceiling?
Oh my god, yes.
It's like add an N that's a little bit questionable. Get the bug. Get the bug.
Oh.
I don't get the bug.
Okay. We'll say. Leto, are you trying to take the goblin out quietly? Okay. All right. Trying to think.
He's
It's like 20 feet. Just rushing water. Cover eyes, mouth. Roll me a stealth.
Yeah, we'll tell you if you're talking about somebody shooting from an arrow slit through another arrow slit. That's real fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
There should be technically like 3/4 cover at minimum. Both ways.
Okay. Okay then, roll stealth with advantage. I think Iris is gone. Alright, you're good. Take him out. Silently. Silent as the night. The goblin is out cold. You loot the body. You pass out the weapons. You flick the coin. You take the pouch for yourself. It's not a very nice pouch, but it is a pouch. It can probably hold, like, I don't know, 10 coins in there.
You've seen better pouches.
You've seen better pouches. The edges are frayed. It looks like the back stitching is coming undone. They didn't double stitch this. You know, this was a complete amateur. It looks like the drawstring itself is like some string someone got from the floor. It's like some lacing from someone's boot that was abandoned. It's like it's not a great pouch, but it is a pouch. And you guys still, there was like a moment after the loud crack of the whip where you heard just silence before you hear someone shift and you hear the snoring from the other guard continue.
Wait a minute. Before we do anything, maybe see. I have things that I may want to do to the hallway behind us in case somebody decides to come up. I want to tie a string across this little area kind of right here, and I have a bell, and I would like to tie the bell to it to where if somebody comes through there, we will hear the bell.
Okay, yeah, sure, draw it.
Color am I gonna use? Let's use this freaking bright green here.
I
The
can go with that.
bell. Ding dong.
Ding dong. Okay, yeah. You have it belled up. I imagine that Nice's bell string in a bell trap is a lot nicer than the ones that you found on the way here.
Yeah.
All right. Traps are set. Body is looted. Feyre is leading the charge.
Feyre has become bored.
Is it Feyre that got bored or is it Z?
Yes.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Punches around the corner.
Rainier is right behind Feyre.
What is this dude? Maybe he's
Rainier is stressing out Mandy.
He's not in your personal space, but like you'd assume one of your party members would be the one to like follow right behind you, deeper into this hideout. But no, Rainier's there.
this man.
All right, you take a peek around, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is again hiding shit. Okay, I don't want to do that. You
Welcome to my
take
life.
a peek. You take a peek around, and actually, where you are and where Rainier is, there is a set of stairs that go up. So as you're climbing the stairs and you get to the end of the hallway that turns, you see that there's another hallway that leads. Looks like you're supposed to walk on top of this wooden plank that looks like below you is the sewer that you were walking in beforehand. It looks like there's a break in the hallway and you have to walk on the plank. And then you see what looks like a bed all the way at the end, and it leads into another room that you just see like hints of.
Question, Mandy? What is question?
Yes.
These little things, are they doors or just slits?
These?
Yeah.
Those are arrow slits.
Okay, so they're not doors.
No.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was like, if I knew it was a door, I would have moved my bell trap. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah.
She will calmly walk around to like here-ish and then look back. Alright, 13, you up.
What?
Nope.
You are half the size of that thing, go.
I check for traps. Wait, let me check for traps. Stop, let the thief do something. Check the traps.
Like 13 hasn't moved and just looks at you and just goes, "Fucking check then." Go.
Yeah,
Go on.
I need to roll to check for traps.
Investigation.
Isn't not the best.
I've never had someone check for traps before. I don't know what to do. I never thought I'd get this far.
It's usually investigation or perception.
Yeah, I'll take. You take your pick.
Investigation, because my perception is worse.
Okay. So, you inspect. What are you inspecting? The plank?
Yeah, like it's a
Okay.
suspicious plank.
All right. You're like, wait, let me do something. Let me check for traps. You push your way to the front. You inspect the plank, and you don't really find any traps. You find that the danger of this plank is just the fact that it is an old plank. It seems sturdy, but it looks like you'd have to go one at a time. It's not dangerous per se. It only get dangerous if, let's say, Farah and another person got on at the same time.
Can I go?
Go tell us if there's anything trying to kill us around the next corner.
Gonna walk between your legs and tiptoe across the plank. Do I have to roll anything?
Considering is cat.
Yeah, I'll say no, you're cat. Like,
You just-
you walking, that is just like a sidewalk for you.
Yeah, no traps, walks across, looks back at everyone, just shrugs like, the fuck? And then he's gonna sneakily take a step forward and give a little peeky peek around this corner here.
Alright. Little peeky peek.
It is a sneaky peeky.
Sneaky peeky. You find, looks like an empty sleeping area. You just see like 4 beds all around the place. Straw. These are like straw stuffed mattresses.
Huh.
And you see that the room continues into another room, down at the bottom, like right here. And you hear activity from that room, but you don't see anyone. But you can hear there are people there moving around doing shit.
So, like, down in this area?
Yeah, in the next room.
Okay.
So like, yeah, this is the entrance to the next room. And in that room, it is activity that you hear.
Some light merrymaking. Then,
Mhm.
so here is a more complicated question, but for thieves can't, is
Mhm.
that a language that I could use to signal the rest of the crew silently, like no danger, or is that a language that is a mix of, or do I need to say something out loud? Because it kind of it varies DM to DM, but I wanted to ask.
I imagine that Thieves' Cant is more coded words, but
Gotcha.
I see no reason why it also couldn't have a subset of hand signals.
Yeah, it's not like sign language, but it's like
Yeah,
there's an okay, there's a
all clear,
basic.
not safe,
Yeah.
this way, hold. Like, I imagine that, like, your basic signals and commands, there's also signals for that. I don't see why it wouldn't have that.
Okay. Then in Thieves' Cant, with his tiny thieves' cat paws, you see him thieves sign that it's all clear and is okay for thieves. But he'll turn around and hold a single little digit up to his mouth and make the shush face. And then he'll tiptoe around the corner.
Okay. I will say that you can communicate basic phrases. Not necessarily
Nice.
like, not just like military, like call signs. You could do basic phrases.
Okay. Anything that makes sense for like a thief to need shorthand for, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. With the addendum that it is DM fiat.
Farah just kind of blinks as she's like watching this, and just sighs and looks down to this like questionable plank. And she's gonna try and move across as carefully as she can manage.
All right. Farah, roll me a d20.
No.
No, I don't want to do that.
See, no.
All right. You make it across.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, you make it across. As you get to where 13 is, you also hear the activity. But no, you make it across. Very little creaking. And if no one objects, Rainier is going to motion to go next.
Get going.
Get on over there, you motherfucker.
You will
Busybody.
go. Oh, and I rolled for him. And he is going. He has made it across. Who's next? Nice or Leto?
I was gonna say it's
Mandy
nice.
just
I
rolled.
imagine just hot on the heels of this dude, just like I'm fucking watching you, you red-haired motherfucker. Don't think you can get away with nothing.
D20, yeah, nice. You make it across. No problems. No. Looks like you are in a hallway. And the plank is above the sewer tunnel that you all were just in.
No swinging. You have to walk.
No swinging. It's just walk across a plank and roll me a d20.
You gotta deal with the same bullshit that we do this time.
All right, no, you make it across too. I will shift Rainier over here so everyone can fit. I'll put him over here by Farah.
Yeah, Pharaoh would have continued to where she could like peek down this hallway.
Okay. So after everyone has made it across, and Farah, you peek down that hallway. And you see a room much like the one you're in now. But you see that there are two figures in it. You see that the room has, the same like tattered, straw-stuffed mattresses around the group. Hold on, what is this? Okay. How familiar is Farah with other races?
Pretty familiar because she sails all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably has one of the widest ranging experiences of the world out of the group, I'd imagine.
Okay. So, Farah, you peek into the next room, and you hear it looks like two people are talking. And as you peek in, you see a familiar face of.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
Ba-ba-ba-da. You see a familiar face of this fucker that fought Yagra, and also it looks like he is talking with a male Duragar. Which, Farah, you would know that is a dwarf from, like, the. You assume he came from the Undermountain. And you look and you see them. It looks like they're using pieces of furniture to blockade a door. And I will draw that for you. It is going to be blue. They're blockading a door with furniture. And yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. You see that the Durgar is trying to blockade a door, whereas the fucker from the tavern is telling him to plug the gap at the bottom with blankets, that they're like taking it from the nearby bed and shoving it under. They are
Okay,
not
so
paying attention.
they
to
are
you guys.
100% trying to keep something from coming this direction then.
Mm-hmm. They are blocking that door, and they don't notice you guys. They're preoccupied.
Figure we'll see all of that and take a few steps back away so they can have a very, very quick, quiet, hushed conversation. She'll relay what she saw. And just kind of like motion towards the room with this like shrug of like, we can go in the swing or we can go in the nice like. I don't know which one's better. Personally, I wouldn't mind hitting that guy over the head one more time, but that's up to you.
"13 rubs his chin, and he will. You said that they're blocking something by stuffing a towel or a blanket underneath the door frame too. They're like barricading it up real tight.
Oh, yep. You see that the Duragar is moving furniture, whereas the guy from the tavern is taking blankets from a nearby bed to stuff under the door.
They're worried about it getting through the underside of a door.
Mm-hmm.
13 will look at Farah and he'll say, maybe I could spook them if we distract them. I could sneak around and grab that edge of that little blanky thing there and threaten to yank it. Freak them out. That way they're not gonna, put up a fight.
Yes, but also if you go yanking something or a little too close to something, and that blanket doesn't actually do anything, that puts you right up front and center.
Blinks. It probably won't be that bad. Yeah, unless someone else has an idea. I don't know.
Looks towards Nice and Leto. Don't let the two idiots be the ones that make up the plan.
I've been gone for a minute, so I don't know other than these two people are putting blankets and furniture in front of the door. What was the plan?
We don't know.
Basically,
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we don't have a plan.
It's the human dude is the one that we fought previously in the tavern. That's a Duragar, like, under city, under mountain dwarf. And they are trying to keep something from coming through the door in our direction. So they are freaked out by something. I think we're gonna have to get closer to hear any sounds or smells, Iris.
Mm-hmm.
Which means we're gonna have to enter into the room where they are. No, we're still opposite rooms. So we're still over here where all of our tokens are. They are in a separate room at the end of a hallway. It's not close enough. And we haven't entered the room yet to hear anything or see anything extra, because Feyre wants to know if we're going in talking or if we're going in stabbing, because those are two different Feyres.
Why don't we put the blanket on top of 13 and have him run by as a distraction?
13 looks at you like you have a second head.
We won't know what you are. Whatever scared him.
Well, what if what scared him is real big?
If they're putting something in front of the door crack, probably something. If they're putting blankets in front of the crack of the door, what could get under the door?
Might I suggest something? We could either try to sneak past them, or we can defeat them and ignore whatever they're barricading and get out of here as quickly as possible.
My thing is, we're probably going to need to talk to them no matter what, because we need to know if your friend is behind a barricade or further down. There is now 2 options, and neither one of them are marked with a nice bright yellow symbol.
Hmm.
Iris says jump them.
13 pulls out a card. Well, I can do that.
Okay. Leto is suggesting jump. 13 is jumping onto that. Is willing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any resistance from Nice?
Well, something tells me if it's the dude from the bar, if we don't successfully sneak by, we're going to be fighting anyway. We can try to sneak by, let them continue to worry with what's at the door. But if
I say fight them while their backs are turned. These guys are chumps. Well,
mm,
All right. I think take a quick fiver here. Come back at like 8:56.
hell yeah.
All right.
Gotta fight them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with fighting. That's
There's clearly no other option.
unfortunately Feyre is a fighting rogue. She has no other useful abilities.
Fighting rogue.
And because of my intention to have her multi-class in the future, she doesn't even have a very good stealth. She's got charisma.
Hmm.
Oh god. I'm tired.
Are you realizing your brain has become sludge?
Yes.
Maybe it would be best to sneak just for the sake of saving ourselves struggling through combat with only half of a brain.
See, to me it takes less brain cells for combat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, especially when I have a one-trick pony melee character. It's different when there's like other shit. I have no thoughts. The only thought that I have is not have anybody other than my opponent immediately beside me. That's my only thing I have to think about with Feyre. There are no secondary options.
Hello.
Hey, me.
There are no
So what
options,
is-
no resources, no nothing.
What's the thing with the swashbuckler you just said?
Oh, Joe is like, maybe we need to sneak so that we're, the sneaking might be easier with, you know, late night dead brain cells. I'm like, it's actually easier for me with combat because Swashbuckler has no extra resources, no extra options. It like the literally the only thing I have to think about is positioning myself in such a way that I don't have an ally directly beside me.
I mean, if you guys want, we can end the session here.
It's nothing about this session. It's just the standard. We hit the 9 o'clock range in any campaign, and it's like that's where the brain stops thinking quite as clearly.
I am pro sneak by just for the sake of like, you know what? We'll sneak by, we won't be noticed, and then it'll be fine. And then we can put a pin in these idiots and come back to them later. I'm saying.
If we successfully sneak, because the downside to sneaking by is if we do get caught, we lose our surprise round of action.
Yeah, it's probably fine. We're still all rogues compared to them, so we'll likely
We don't know what that dwarf
go
is,
first.
sir.
Well, we're all rogues. There's no way they're also all rogues, right?
I'm not concerned about the dude. The dude has proven himself to not be impressive. I'm mildly concerned about a Duragar.
Okay. Sneak or fight? I say sneak. Z. Sneak or fight?
I generally, with Feyre, have to say fight.
Fight. Okay. So you have one sneak, one fight. Iris, sneak or fight?
I think we're still on break. There's a type. Talk.
Mandy.
What do you think this thief is gonna say?
Sneak.
Sneak?
Yeah.
All right. Then I assume that redhead will defer to the majority. Sneak or fight,
Honestly,
redhead?
Renier would probably want to fight.
You
He's got to make shit difficult.
bastard.
That's what I said, busybody.
Like,
Okay, well, he's not part of the team. We're sneaking.
yeah. Yeah, like, that's his vote. You guys can include his vote or not. He is tagging along with you guys. But he is itching to rescue his friend. And he's like, yeah, like, targets here. They might know.
Have no healer, so we'd have to rest or something. And who's to say if we fight whatever's behind that door doesn't come through, we won't have time to rest. It's a big thing.
All right, it sounds like we're sneaking because I'm kind of tired of standing here. So, 13
Sneaking.
go first. Because at least then you can be like, cat, just go on all fours.
Yeah.
And if you get caught, then all the talls are behind here to club them in the back of the head.
That's right.
Are we sneaking like
Yes.
here? This is the path? Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm not crazy. Then I'm going to set up right here. Give myself a little bit of that guidance. Twirl a card, and I'm going to sneak.
Okie doke, roll a stealth, and you have advantage.
I have advantage.
Because they are distracted. You hear that Yeah, the Duergar is using furniture to block the door, whereas the human that you fought in the tavern is telling him that no, your approach is all wrong. You gotta do this as he stuffs blankets under the door.
Huh. So I want to make sure that I'm still in visual range,
What?
Don't
and I
just
want
start
to what?
continue. What were you saying?
I want to make sure that I'm in visual range, and then whoever queues up next, I'm going to guide them from over here.
Okay,
Leto needs guidance.
just let me know when you peek down when you do a peekaboo.
Oh, I'll stand here. So whoever's up next.
So
Okay, so
there's
you're
a peekaboo.
standing. That. Okay, so just so you know, Joe, that is the start to a hallway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
just so you know. That's why I asked. Let me know when you do a peekaboo.
okay. No, I'm not going to peek down the hallway. I'm gonna stay here, and then whoever I see queue up, if I can see them here-ish,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to throw them a little bit of that guidance.
Okay. I could say that one person can easily step into your space because you are a cat.
Nice.
Possibly two if you guys want to get real close, real quick.
All right, looks like Iris is queuing up. Leto
All right, Leto, roll stealth with advantage
plus
Guidance.
guidance.
plus guidance.
2. Good thing you had advantage.
Yep.
Captain guidance.
Yeah, 19. Okay. Whoops.
Go peekaboo.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So Leto, you make it across. Yep. You're standing above 13.
13 will guidance himself and very carefully peekity around the corner.
Okay, so you both peek. How? Okay. If you can just give me a moment.
That's not
No.
good.
I forgot to do something really quickly on my end.
That's
Fine.
not good.
Huh. This feels like a stealth level, and I want every level to feel like a stealth level.
I told you I'm injecting more heist into Dragon Heist.
If only you could inject more dragons and less of the fiscal coin of dragon. Man, I'm so mad. I thought we were redraw. I thought the entire fucking play, or not play, the entire campaign adventure book was about robbing a dragon horde. And they call money dragons. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just unfortunately playing a character that's probably always going to defer to fight if the
Kill.
option is fight. Not necessarily kill, but fight, because she's like, yes, I am rogue, but I am gamble rogue. Gambling and dueling and pulling that type of bullshit. I am not thief rogue that regularly goes and like climbs in through people's windows and yoinks their shit.
Well, unfortunately, you have a half snake person and a cat on your team.
I'm not a sneak rogue either. I'm just a skill monkey.
Is that Iris? The
Yes.
Iris?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey! I haven't heard you since this morning.
Hello.
I've heard tell of
Hello.
this Iris.
There is a voice to be had.
I forgot
Rollo,
to do.
what the fuck?
Life sucks. I don't suggest it.
You are preaching to the choir.
this thing could fucking load, that'd be cool. I don't need to fully do that. Am I on the right layer? Yes, I am. Oop. 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 And then boop. Again, I'm really sorry about this.
No, that's good.
No
I mean,
worries.
if we're judging on who's prepared, don't worry because I'm never prepared.
It's the curse of D&D,
Okay.
if we're being honest, because D&D does require a lot more grids and maps than other things do. Like, Goth Girls and Cyberpunk, me and Joe have the benefit of, like, we can just, like, hand wave. You don't need a
Yep.
map. Theater of mind, bitch.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Back to your regularly scheduled D&D. I almost said dopamine. Freudian slip, I guess. Back to the regularly scheduled dopamine. Okay. So 13 and Leto, you both peek around. You both are really, really close to that fucking guy from the tavern that Feyre, Yagra, and 13 beat the shit out of, like, literally 4 hours ago. He's still got some bruises, but he looks fine. He looks very preoccupied. But he is, like, right fucking there. And there's a little bit of, like, a holy shit, he has no idea we're 2 feet away from him.
Huh.
But as you peek around the corner, that, like, little bit of, like, a prideful, like, high feeling fades very quickly. As you peek down the corner, and you see a hallway, and you see that the hallway goes above the plank of wood that you had walked under previously. But you see that the
Oh,
hallway continues more into a large room. And the first thing you see is you see what looks to be a muscular half-orc in just like in robes is standing in the center of the room. I'm gonna highlight them both for you because I can only show one token at a time. But he is standing, just so you know, they're next to each other, but he is standing on top of a male human with wavy red blonde hair. And you see that fire burns around the orc's clenched fist, and his victim cries and like squirms helplessly beneath him. And as you look up past him, you see on a
what do we see?
1 second.
What does he say?
All right, yeah, sorry about that. Once more.
You're good.
You see, seated on a raised platform to the south is a nightmarish figure wearing black robes. You see that it has large white eyes and rubbery purple skin, with 4 tentacles encircling its human mouth. You see that it's cradling and caressing what looks to be a disembodied brain with feet,
Oh no.
as it's seated
That's a
on
fucking
the
mind.
raised as it's seated watching the half orc torture the human. That's what you all see. And you take this in, and then you blink, and you hear/feel the human right next to you shift a bit as he's stuffing more blankets under the door. And you turn and you see that your group is getting ready for the next person to stealth towards you.
Frantic airplane signal waving like.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever's like right here to go next would see that.
Probably trying to send Nice next, because Feyre does not like her chances of getting through unnoticed. And so she needs to be there to, like, be able to quickly turn and fight when she needs to turn and fight. don't know
This
if
is
Mandy's
not-
here though.
This is not winnable, is it?
Mind Flayer? No, not at level
Yeah.
3 with a bunch of rogues.
And remember, this is meant for level 1s.
Literally what?
Yeah.
Dude, I guess because Mandy's not here. Feyre's going, and you just see her start to walk and like stumble, and then take a couple steps back. It's just watching the two of you. It's like a little what hand gesture.
This is meant for level 1.
Yep.
The fuck? Well, it seems like Flume is dead. Sorry, guys. GG.
He is alive.
Nope. Nope, I see a corpse. That's what I see.
Bye, Mandy.
Good luck, Mandy.
Bye-bye.
Maybe end the session here as we see the big thing,
Yeah, sure.
and we can decide what to do next. Because oh my god,
Yeah, so
this is
Mandy
for level
doesn't
1?
miss, and then so
Mhm.
Piper can be here if we do some fuck shit. We actually have full manpower.
So
Yep.
let me get this shit straight.
Well, no, we won't be full manpower because next time we're going to be down a 13.
Let
You
me
guys, you
let
guys will
me
be fine.
get this shit straight. We got a fight in a bar against what was it? A troll?
You gotta fight